I've been debating between two possible titles for this video. One is New York's self-aware pop music will blow your mind. The other is New York makes pop music for the proletariat. Obviously, both are clickbait, but I do think there's a kernel of truth within them. If you're new here, hi Diva! Welcome to Microdose, the channel for lore and reviews of artists with under 1 million listeners on Spotify. Today, I'm shining the spotlight on New York, a pop music performance duo based in London. Many artists make music by adding things together, but New York makes music by breaking things down. On their 2022 debut album No Sleep Till NY, New York distills the multifaceted and often paradoxical experience of being a girl into its most basic components, fusing them with infectious dance beats the masses can enjoy. Let's dive in. But first, time for some lore. On their official website, New York describes themselves as a girl pop music and performance project by artists Gretchen Lawrence and Kumba Samba. The band is based in London, but Kumba hails from Harlem, New York, and Gretchen from Tallinn, Estonia. Both members are visual artists and show their work at lots of places. The duo first meets when Kumba moves into Gretchen's apartment, where they quickly become besties. In 2021, an interviewer asks, "What is your dream?" Gretchen says their commune, and Kumba says becoming a billionaire. At some point, Kumba and Gretchen decide to start a band named New York. In 2022, New York self-releases their debut album No Sleep Till NY. In 2024, they released Rap Star Side A and B in partnership with London-based label Relaxin Records, featuring a song with the people's pop star Ren G. By some tragic coincidence, I haven't been able to attend New York's live show yet, which looks pretty iconic from pictures online. They put all their equipment on the floor and start cooking. I wasn't even there, but I'm already shook at their outfits, their movement, and the raw energy of it all. While I wait patiently for New York to perform another show in New York, let's dive into the songs on No Sleep Till NY. Intro sounds like turning on an old TV. The first thing you hear on LA are the words, "Am I the one you're looking for?" over an extremely sexy bass line. What starts off like a generic sultry pop song slowly unfolds into a razor-sharp deconstruction of pop stardom itself. New York promises to be your best American girl, and whatever you ask, I will do. By adopting the perspective of the performer beckoning the viewer to engage, New York demonstrates that being a pop star isn't something one person decides to do. It's a relationship two parties participate in. Specifically, it's an agreement for the performer to act as an object and for the viewer to treat them as such. On LA, New York makes this usually unspoken agreement explicit. They tell the listener to call me your slore, a jumbled version of call me your slut, whore. New York isn't asking the listener to degrade them. They're inviting the listener to play a part in the performance. On featured artist Mina Galan's verse, the pop star is described as having the face of a princess and the body of a slut, a Frankenstein synthesized by consumer demands. Needless to say, I was stunned by New York's ability to express all these ideas and more in a 4-minute song. An absolutely slayerful start to the record.
I love you like ginger candy.
As a hyperpop pilled gay, I instantly fell for Ginger Candy. The beginning of the song lures you in, masquerading as a fun and lighthearted tune about loving ginger candy. Then, right when you're vibing with the beat, New York describes an unsettling interaction they experience at the gas station. The man at the counter says, "Baby, what you doing walking down these streets at this hour?" The word hour is played on loop, mimicking the way time seems to stop when things like this happen. Then, New York responds, "I'm here to pick up Mr. Candy." It's an incredible reverse Uno, where an unwelcome remark becomes a joke the instigator isn't in on. Now, there's obviously more to Ginger Candy than this particular moment, but I'm highlighting it here because I haven't heard songwriting this genuinely surprising in a while. The self-produced music video for Ginger Candy is comprised of animated pencil sketches brought to life by the energetic beats of the song. We see Kumba and Gretchen dancing, vibing, and living their life, punctuated by the occasional lyric and splash of color. New York's use of simple line drawings as accompaniment is so clever. The absence of visual narrative forces the viewer to soak in the song and its feelings. Also, the hand-drawn sketches make the very digitally processed and auto-tuned song feel more lived in and human. Ginger Candy is a certified classic.
Tell me I'm sweet, eat me like a lollipop. I want it all, I want it all.
Lollipop is sexy, self-aware, and suggestive. The lyrics of Lollipop are painfully simple, forcing the listener to extrapolate and sometimes invent their own meaning. New York sings, "Buy me a lollipop. Drop it, baby." A literal reading of this line won't get you anywhere. It's all in the subtext. Why does New York want the buyer to drop the lollipop? Who's gonna pick it up? That's for you, the listener, to imagine. Another gag-worthy line on this song goes, "Denim jeans and private jets. I want it all." What New York does here is juxtapose the lowbrow with the highbrow, the mundane with high luxury. A peasant wearing jeans wishing to fly private? There's a vulgarity to this image that I adore. This song would work so well as background music during a chase scene in a show or movie. CW, where you at? Somehow, dubstep isn't tacky when New York does it. Skrillex who?
Saw you on the subway. I want to get in your skinny jeans.
On Skinny Jeans, New York narrates, "Saw you on the subway. I want to get into your skinny jeans. Take off your pants and marry me tonight. Skinny dreams." My first question, is this an earnest expression of attraction or a satire on the type of behavior women experience on public transit? Maybe both. I hear desire in New York's voice, and while I don't think it's sexual, it does feel elemental, like it comes from the same place that motivates strangers on the subway to declare their love for you. Now, let's talk about New York's use of the word skinny. First, they say skinny jeans, and then they say skinny dreams. Skinny jeans are a real thing, but skinny dreams are a Freudian slip. New York isn't actually interested in a stranger on the subway. What they really want is the social capital that comes with being skinny, desiring skinniness, and desiring men. Or at least that's my potentially delusional interpretation of this song. The music video for Skinny Jeans is a slideshow of extremely hard fit checks from Brooklyn-based artist Soil Thornton. It's super lo-fi, but I appreciate the finer details, like the superposition of lyrics and cutesy yet tasteful animations. This video was clearly just an excuse to immortalize Soil's fits, but I'm here for it.
I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you.
Tell Me What You're Doing Here is 4 minutes of pure haterade, and I need it injected directly into my veins. The bulk of the song is New York saying, "I don't like you," over and over with no explanation. Sometimes there can be a pressure for artists to explain the backstory behind their hatred as though to justify it. On Tell Me What You're Doing Here, New York resists this impulse, declining to explain exactly why they're over you. Maybe there's no good reason, and you'll just have to live with that.
But it's nice when we can just make out and chill, because I'm so lazy.
Make Out is 11 minutes of juicy club beats and the hardest bars I've ever heard. The first lines of Make Out go, "I hate myself. I hate myself. You should see how much I can't stand myself. Because I'm a lazy bitch." Hello? Now, going back to the lyric, "I hate myself." New York's delivery of this line is neither serious nor casual. They just kind of say it like they're telling you which day of the week it is. Things get a bit spicier when they declare, "You should see how much I can't stand myself." They brandish this statement like a weapon, like they're better than you for hating themselves more. It sounds nonsensical, but stay with me. When everything in this world teaches you to hate yourself, why not give in and make it a competition? You want me to hate myself, so I'll hate myself harder than anyone else. You tell me I'm lazy, so I'll be the laziest bitch in the entire world. What does New York mean when they say they're lazy? I think they're referring to a desire to not participate in capitalism, which to boomers just means you're lazy. New York explains, "I'm just a lazy girl, trying to get by, caught in a popular body." What I hear is, "I'm just a girl trying to survive, caught in an exploitable body," which might be the most relatable lyric I've heard my entire life.
I'm a lollipop. Drop it, baby.
I don't have much to say here since LOL is a remix of Lollipop. I'm not mad about it, but I do think I like Lollipop more.
I told him I'm here to pick up Mr. Candy.
New York's debut project No Sleep Till NY emerges as a distinctly original voice within their generation. I am confident that their off-kilter observations on girlhood and capitalism will resonate for years to come. If you like what you hear, make sure you check out Rapstar Side A and B, 2 mixtapes they dropped in 2024 that absolutely slap. Now, I have no idea if my interpretation of New York songs align with what they were going for, but that's the beauty and curse of sharing your art with the world. Thank you so much for watching, and as per usual, let me know which other artists under 1 million listeners you want me to review next. Bye, divas!
When I leave, do you sit